there it is. Let's talk about it. Let's get into the ladies. This is episode 1, guys. Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. Okay, within the first few minutes, I was like, 10 minutes. I sent to the Discord. I was like, y'all, why am I watching this shit? Why am I watching it? Well, when you kind of hang in there just a little bit, you get to see that these bitches is crazy. Okay, so Dorinda. All right. First of all, it was too many blondes for me. I could not remember who's who, literally. So I had to like, girl, I'm gonna mess up some names. So forgive me. Forgive me because I'm still learning these people. But Dorinda is the one that's hosting it at the Bluestone Manor. Okay, so she has her home there. She got everybody coming. I don't like Bluestone Manor. It's giving too much of like back in the day ancient something. I don't like that type of stuff. Like I no. Okay, so I hate everything about this manor is what I said for the most part. Okay, the ladies arrive, they get a tour of the manor, all of that jazz. Okay, if you ask me, I think Phaedra and Eva were the ones that ended up with the best rooms in the house. Well, that's just what I think, okay? I don't know what you guys think, but I feel like they got the best rooms in the house. Now, Vicki had all of them questions that everyone had, okay? When she was walking through the house, I'm like, she asking the questions that America is wondering, girl. Do you get scared being here? Do you? Okay? Why are there dead animals in these pictures? Are you doing a seance or something? What's up with this chandelier? I said, yes, Vicki, we on the same page here, ma'am. Okay, we have questions that need answers. It's getting weird. All right. So Vicki is heartbroken after a breakup with her man. Girl, Vicki, girl, you did not need this man. This man right here was 1000% triage. Okay. Not trash, triage. Okay. Now, here, she says her fiance lived in Mexico. I guess they had a house in Cali or whatever like that. She went and bought a house in Mexico. This motherfucker said, I'm finna stay out there in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? If you ever need me, girl, you know where to find me. But would never come home to Cali. But he living in your house in Mexico. This right here is the mess hell. Okay. So then they asked her, like, I guess they just broke up or whatever. And then they asked her if she had a ring back. She was like, no, I'm not giving the ring back. And they're like, oh no, you're supposed to give the ring back. No, give the ring back. Okay. It's my understanding that if he bought you a ring and you got the ring, then you're supposed to give it back when you guys break up. BIT, it's mine. It's a gift. I'm gonna do what I want to do with it. Okay. It's gonna be, if I want to be nice and give it back, I'll give it back. If I want to go pawn it or sell it, I'll sell it. It's mine. Okay. Period. But anyway, come to find out, child, she said the ring that he could afford her. I said, ooh, Vicki, what did this man do for a living? I need to know. Put it in the chat if you know. What did he do for a living? I can't. Okay, so she says the ring that he could afford me, I didn't like, so I went and bought my own. Listen, I can't blame Miss Ma'am on that. I'm not gonna blame on that. I'm not. This ain't what I asked for. No, I didn't ask for that. I'm send that back. I'll get my own. But then it's kind of like, what was the point? What was the point of proposing if you're just gonna go and get your own damn ring? But anyway, good luck. All right. So what else ended up happening? They ain't had sex in like 13 months. She said whenever she tried to touch on this man, he be like, ooh, not there. Don't put your hands there. What? So basically it's giving he's not sexually attracted to you. He's found some hot tamale down there in Mexico. He's bamming it and giving her your coins. That's what it's making me believe, okay? He's giving her the coins, okay? That's what Vicki said. That's what Vicki said. Vicki said she ain't with that man no more. That's what she said. That she just went through a breakup like a week or two before she got to this little Manor girl. Vicki's ex name is Steve Lodge. He also ran for California governor and lost bad, real bad. Come on, Carisha. The Manor is definitely giving prehistoric decor. I'm sorry, it is prehistoric, and I would not be there because I'm gonna be afraid and I'm gonna turn into some bones myself. I'm gonna be historic by the time I leave. I'm not dealing with that. Vicki has been embarrassing since she divorced Dunn. Like, how can someone be so successful and so damn dumb in love, right? Right. I hate it for Vicki. I might end up liking Vicki. We're going to see. Okay. I might end up liking her because, She might be a really sweet lady that just makes stupid decisions, right? She's giving Sutton just a little bit. Let's keep going. Okay. So Dorinda speaks on her late husband and her feeling him in the backyard of the property. And I said, did you turn his ashes into the tree? Because I believe that's a thing that you can do now. Okay. When you're making the tree, building the tree, I think you can put their ashes in it. And so I'm like, girl, is that what you did? Even more of a reason for me to never come out there. Girl, don't invite me out there, ma'am. And then when they first opened it up, you see all this smoke and stuff like that, this fog. Girl, I'm not. It's definitely giving on a dark and gloomy night. Like, I'm not going to be there. Okay. Anyway. Let's keep going. So Dorinda won't let go of Vicki taking BS from that man. She keeps talking about it. It's like, are you just being messy? Hell, for real. That's what you're over there doing, bringing it back up at the table like that. So she doesn't believe that she should be desperate. And I have to agree. That's true. I have to agree. And Miss Eva is kind of like, well, what the hell is going on? So wait a minute, you're not weak. I'm like, what are we doing? So she's a little confused. Taylor admits to Brandi that she was, no, let me go back. So Brandi and Tamara had a talk about the social media issue, right? But they are in a better place now. They hugged it out. I guess there were some things where Tamara may have related another housewife to the actions of Brandi. Brandi didn't like it. So she gets on social media and she drags Tamara and her grandkids or whatever the case may be. But now they're at a better place. Brandi, I need you to bring in your stylist. That lace is going to not make it for this trip. It's not, that lace is not going to make it for this trip. It's just not. It's not. Brandi pulled that lace up in a ponytail and I said, girl, the lace is screaming. It's screaming. It won't give her free. I don't know how long you've had it, but if you were going to come on this show, they could have at least given you hair and makeup. Like, they could have at least did that, girl. I mean, even you go get one of Phaedra wigs. She might have one that she's willing to give you, but that wig you had on and ain't nobody finna tell me it's her hair. It was terrible. It was thin. It was flimsy. It's horrible. Return it. Okay. So later on, okay, we have Taylor. Taylor admits to Brandi that she was having a hard year and she wanted to go at the toughest person because she felt weak. I guess at the time, I think Taylor's husband was the one that died by suicide or something like that. So she was really having a tough time. And Brandi gonna sit up here and admit that it was a tough year for her too. And Taylor's like, I bet it was. Okay. I wonder what made it so hard for you, Miss Brandi. And we learned later on in the episode that it really had more to do with Miss Taylor's situation than it had to do with Brandi's own situation. And I said, Brandi, you are off the hinges already. And I could tell from that lace that you are. I don't know if you're on the same thing as Miss Erica Girardi, but you might want to scale it back just a little bit. Wasn't she the one that kept talking about seeing people naked? Let's get naked. Yeah. Like, wasn't that her? No, ma'am. Girl, this lady is crazy. And then she called, I guess because she's a Scorpio, Phaedra's a Scorpio, and Eva, she wanted all of them to do like a Scorpio thing or something. Like, I'm going to have to help this woman here. Dorinda is ready to get the party started, okay? But what was interesting was when she said she's the cracker in the confessional. Ooh, girl, I can't argue with you when you're right. I'm not finna sit up here and argue with you, ma'am. I'm not finna argue with you. Okay, so Brandi starts talking about Taylor's husband passing away and how it was a horrible season for her. And everybody's like, girl, what the fuck? How was that horrible for you? What's going on? So we also learned that Brandi clowned Taylor for writing a book, I guess about the passing of her husband or her experience or whatever the book was about. Brandi clowned her for it at the reunion. And she was like, why you over there talking about me? You didn't have all of the details. I had to write that book because my husband, I guess he hid money or restricted her from getting access to money and stuff. Even after his passing, she had nothing, from my understanding. So people were willing to give her an advance if she wrote whatever story she needed to write. And that was her way of taking care of her kids and herself. So, I mean, it was what it was. So she was going through some real stuff, in my opinion. She was going through some real life stuff, girl, in her life. And you just over here trying to, You didn't have all the details, but you was just focused on making her feel worse than what she was, because supposedly you were also feeling worse as well. And maybe that was a bad year for Brandi, but if that is the truth, I feel like the lie in that story is her trying to use Taylor's husband's situation as her own. And it's like, what else you had going on, for real, if it was such a bad year for you too. What else happened? I think that was pretty much it. I think the woman across from her, Tamara, said, so that was a bad year for you. So everybody started to question. Vicki decides to jump into the conversation and tell her that it couldn't have been a bad year for you because of X, Y, and Z. And this is when Brandi just haul off and tells this woman to shut the fuck up talking to her. Meanwhile, Miss Vicki is like, girl, I don't know who you think you're talking to, but you're not going to be talking to me like that. That's one thing I'm going to tell you right now today. You will shut the fuck up talking to me. Okay, so they had their spick and spat or whatever, and we're gonna see more in episode 2 and 3, and I'll probably get into that tomorrow at some point, because they're gonna be talking about, getting vaxxed and boosters and all this other stuff or whatever, girl. So let's scroll down and let's switch over. Well, before I go, I want to see what you guys are saying. I said Phaedra better lock her door because that one lady want her goodies. That's what it's coming off to be like. Okay, but Phaedra also went in the confessional and said, you can put your hands in my mouth and my butt. I said, what? You can put it where? Don't put your hands on me. Don't you put your hands on me. Don't you put your hands on me, ma'am. Don't do that. I didn't give you permission to do that. Don't do that, ma'am. Don't do that. Vicki is a non-Republican. That's why Teddy made that comment. Okay. Brandi is a whole mess. When she slapped Lisa V, I was done with her. My goodness. No, that is next, actually. That is next. I am surprised the Taylor meme was not mentioned more. I haven't seen a Taylor meme. Let's see. I almost like Vicki. I'm not sure yet because Teddy from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills was asking her where she was on January 6th. Ooh. Well, I'm gonna pause and hold on to my like as well. Let's find out where you were on January 6th, Miss Vicki. Oh, wow. Can't lie. I only watched all the black shows on Bravo, but the girls trip, I was like, oh, is it like this? And that was me. Because at first, like I said, the first 10 minutes, I said, girl, why am I watching this? What is this? I told him I was going to watch it. Girl, let me see what the fuck. And as I kept going, I was like, they crazy hell. Okay, we might be able to make some things shake. Might be able to make it shake. I wasn't seeing it at first, but it seems like I might be seeing a little something now. So I'll be tuned in, okay?